exactly a week since we brought you the Joy Sports Invitational. And look, the feedback from all of you is why I'm very, very happy this afternoon, because by all accounts, you guys loved the event. You guys made it happen. And this afternoon, I'm sharing the studio with two of the guys who made it possible for us to have a successful event. Came there from the break of dawn, stayed with us through till the handing over of the very last medal, and still didn't leave. Stuck around, waited for us to begin packing the equipment before they walked away. And that's why, more importantly, that's why above everything else we're going to do on this afternoon's edition of Game Plan, it is important that I thank you. You doing the listening, you watching on YouTube, you watching on Facebook, you following on TuneIn, you whose company came to participate, you who walked in there with no affiliation to any of the companies, but just to come and say hello, just to come and have fun, just to come and network with the Joy Sports team and the 51 companies. You who sent a message of feedback on what you saw on television. And to all the referees, the officials, and everyone who passed through the University of Ghana Sports Stadium on Saturday, we thank you and we pray that God blesses you and keeps you successful, right? All year long, so that next year we will meet again for the Joy Sports Invitational. We're going to have a bigger conversation with some of the participants and get some feedback. If you've been listening to the Super Morning Show, if you've been watching the Joy News channel, Joy Prime, look, if you've been following any of the multimedia group channels, you would have noticed that this is what we've been doing since Monday, thanking all of our partners, but also getting some feedback from them and sharing what the experience was on the Joy Sports Invitational. And we're going to continue that this afternoon. But apart from that, we've got big conversations to have. The Black Stars of Ghana are converging again on Monday as they get ready for the FIFA World Cup qualifiers against Chad and Mali. There's Manchester United to talk about. Look, I don't think United have hit. I don't think the club has been in a worse state than it currently is in the past week, than it has been in the past week. We'll try to make sense of everything else that happened. There's the UEFA Champions League draw, and with less than 72 hours to the closure of the European transfer window, we're asking which clubs need to go onto the markets and for what, right? What do they need to do on the transfer market? That's what we'll be doing from now till 3 p.m. when we check out of session. My name is Victor Atsu Tamakloe. I'm here with Sitsofe, Atsu, Philip. Felix Romak is joining me. Muftawu Nabila Abdulai is also joining us today. Daniel Koranteng is on a sensitive diplomatic mission elsewhere, and so he is excused. Tahiru is also on another sensitive diplomatic mission, and so the two of them are excused from duty this afternoon. Sisho, it's wonderful to have you back in the studio. How you doing, my brother?
Thank you, brother. I'm well. Good to be here.
Yeah. But look, from Kwesichum to Kenansa to the last person, which is myself, every member of the multimedia group says thank you and God bless you. When Felix comes, he will also get it. But Charlie, you did a wonderful job. You did it. You had an admirer. Unfortunately, I had to play the point guard role, and keep the admiration within limits. But she couldn't even have come to see you because she was also competing. But she loved your voice and said the cadence with which you spoke. Yeah, I think this was around the time you were doing the
arm wrestling.
Yes, no, the tag of peace.
Tag of peace,
yes, right. It was the tag of peace. But share with us. This was your first experience, right?
Yeah, this was
the Joy Sports Invitational.
My first experience. Yeah, the last year, it was happening around the time my brother was getting married, so right. I couldn't have missed the wedding, obviously. And this year, it was also going to happen around the time my brother was getting married, but it got postponed. The program got postponed because for the reasons, for the sad reasons, tragic reasons that happened to the whole country. So, had it not been postponed, I would have missed it. Yeah. Then it got postponed, and then I got to enjoy it first and full time. Absolutely loved the experience. It was good to meet all the lovely people who came around, And again, when we come here to do radio, we come here to serve people. It's service.
Yeah.
So it was again refreshing to meet people you always serve, who appreciate the work you do.
Yeah.
Walk up to you and tell you, man, we appreciate this. I mean, the best of all is when they walk up to you and they disagree with some of your opinion that you share here.
Exactly.
That is the fun part for me, because then we can have a conversation.
Yeah.
So you told me, oh, I didn't think this is what I think. And you said this, but I think, I'm like, oh yeah, this is what I meant. I'm like, but I get your point. So we had a lovely conversation. We met very good people, very lovely people. And the event itself was amazing. I don't think there is one soul that walked through that stadium and wasn't happy going home, whether they participated or they came to enjoy it from the stands. It was amazing, really was. And yeah, and I said it the last time. I think I told Muftawu the last time that, you know, last year there were about 40 something companies.
Yeah.
This year was a little over 50, and I was telling him that the team, Joy Sports team, should get ready for hosting over 70 companies. I mean, next year, because I think the word of mouth out there, how impressed these companies who came were. I think you're only going to have a lot more of companies coming on board next year. So yeah, big thumbs up to the Joy Sports team. Was very well organized and well thought through. Yeah. Everybody would have enjoyed themselves having come there.
And the feedback for me, look, often you hear discerning listeners, you hear how enlightened our listeners are, and how knowledgeable they are on the subject matter of everything we do that they listen to. But when someone doesn't necessarily confront you but approaches you with another viewpoint, sometimes you're blown away. Yeah. And for me, Saturday was another humbling experience where you get to see, look, what we do, yes, we love it, it is the job, but it is also a privilege.
Yeah.
I mean, the difference between a lot of us, yes, apart from the formal education in journalism and communication that some of us have had, the difference really is that we sit behind the microphone.
Yeah.
Not because because I am any exceptionally intelligent any more than the other person out there. Look, there are people who pay attention to things that I ordinarily would not pay attention to, things that I would not pick up, and they'll give you really interesting viewpoints. So one of the things that someone challenged my view on was something I had said, I think a couple of weeks back, on the GFA's decision to reserve the second vice president slots for a female. And they made a very good case, right, about the affirmative action, its place in women's football, and how we do not have enough numbers at the base of women's football administration and even general human resource in the women's game. And it was a really intelligent take to get from. And look, I love that part. And I love the fact that we have such religious following that they will follow us to the University of Ghana Sports Stadium for the Joy Sports Invitational. But what for you was the one thing that you took away from the events, and anything that you would remember, anything that would stay with you forever?
No, I was amazed at the skill level of corporate Ghana. You know, sometimes when you say corporate games, that the perception is that you're gonna watch some boring football.
Corporate boys and
you're gonna
girls.
See some terrible swimming, some bad swings on the tennis court, some basa table tennis.
Bro.
You know, some arm wrestling be after 2 seconds, then they had. Bro, but the skill level of corporate Ghana was immense. It tells you, they wear their ties and go to their jobs, or they are busy in the factories.
Look, someone sent me a message that, look, over the years, Nashika is possibly one of the most exposed or one of the most better marketed athletes in this country. If you follow tennis in Ghana, you know Nashika.
Yeah.
You know what she's done.
Yeah.
And they were surprised that she was at the invitational competition. I said, that is the level. That is our standard.
She's represented a whole group.
Yes.
Yeah. So like, I mean, yeah, it was amazing to see, the quality of corporate Ghana there, and it made it very competitive.
Charlie, where is Lexus Bill? He needs to come and explain what he did. Because it's 1 week.
Believe you, the whip pump. The whip pump.
You get evidence.
Oh, then whip pump.
The whip pump.
The whip pump. Jojo, please check.
They say the video you are trying to view is not in your region.
It's not.
You don't get evidence.
No, and I also like because of how, especially the arm wrestling, right? Because of how competitive it was and how good some of the guys demonstrated their ability on that table. The officials from the arm wrestling federation, who came, of course, and credit to the team.
Chris Boachiedu, he led the arm wrestling delegation. I don't know the name of the other guys, but solid guys.
Yeah. They were well dressed as officials, officials. And I like
Ghana Athletics as well.
Ghana Athletics as well. You know, and that is credit to you, the organizers, because what you did was not to say, okay, we are Joy Sports team. Yeah. We understand athletics, so we will handle athletics. We know the rules of arm wrestling, so we'll get somebody to do. What you did was to involve federations and associations, get reps from there, professionals to come there and officiate these things. But so when arm wrestling was ongoing, again because of the skill level of some of the guys from corporate Ghana, I saw the officials taking contacts of people they thought had potential.
Right.
Yeah. So I was there. Nobody told me this. I saw this with my own eyes. So they would look at your skill, your ability, and realize that there's real potential here. They'll take your number, and of course, I'm sure they'll try to convince them or encourage them to join the Ghana arm wrestling team. Yeah. And for all you know, then we are going to start having maybe in the next couple of years some medalists, having come from the Joy Sports Invitational. So I love that about them. So that's credit also to the federation that they sent their officials. They were not only there to guide the rules or play by the rule book, but they were observant to. They were there to scout.
Yeah. Felix Romac is also in the studio. He helped us pull off the football competition, just like Sitsofe came very early in the day. One of the first to get there, stayed with us all through until we had to pack everything.
This guy came like 3 a.m. because he did aerobics, he did the work, he did everything.
And the chief of staff they come
before they started.
Chief of staff they come. So,
and look, his experience with events organization came in handy.
One of the best in Ghana.
Yes, and in fact, I remember when we had to turn over the pitch panels that had branding for a different entity, because one of the things the ministry, the NSA, and these estate managers will not do is that when they rent the facility out to you, the branding of the last event will probably still be there. And that's what we saw on Friday evening, because there was a top 4 competition. Right. And because of the competition, there were going to be games on Sunday as well. They didn't have to remove everything. So we needed to move them, but do it in a very tactful manner without destroying them, so that later, the next day,
they can be
Galka can come and put back their pitch panels. And everyone who saw the games on Sunday on TV saw that the panels and everything were intact. Charlie, just one of the brilliant ideas Felix helped us execute. Charlie, you have the appreciation of Kwesi Chum, of Ken Ansa, of Fifi Kumsin.
That's big.
Everyone, including myself. Charlie, what was for you the one thing that would stay with you, the one memory from this year's invitational that stayed with you?
Well, actually, to be very honest, I've involved in other, corporate games and fun games, but I think that this was more of a professionally organized, corporate fun games, because everything that was organized, every discipline was well coordinated. And then when you talk about disciplines in terms of sports, the official association of federations were involved. So you have people running on Mondo tracks, standard Mondo tracks. We had actual time, like you're doing athletics and you had the actual timing being set up. And when I saw the athletics federation mounting their timers, I said, what is happening? This is serious. And then I think before that, myself, then you, then I don't know, Ms. Bao, we even went to check the table tennis, and everything was super, standard and official. And that is one thing that was very, very impressed. And I see, if you go to Senyo Jom's page, she spent the whole day with us. She took pictures from different disciplines. You appreciate it more if you go to images and watch the pictures. You will see that are these guys really, just normal staff at corporate bodies that came, because everything was very, very professional. And even with the football, guys had shin guards on, they had their hose, they had their proper.
Look, they had to check the stats and ensure that it was the appropriate one.
In as much as we had security there, I think that we have to give respect to the guys who participated. Because at a point, especially in the football, we had to, change the rules that were pre-discussed before the games, because we had every organization wanting to play football. And now we had about 30 38, right?
It was 39.
39.
Yes, 20 on pack, 19 on.
And how do you get into round of 16 with 30,
yes.
and 9 teams? So at the point we decided we need to all agree that we have to do a reballoting for teams that have won. Some teams have to go on standby, and they
playoffs.
Respectfully
incorporated.
Yes, very.
And you know what? Hold it there for me, yeah. Let's get more of the reactions. This time with one of the companies that participated. Adolf Ejay is the chief executive of Safolda Ventures. And look, Adolf, we cannot thank you enough for being patient with us this afternoon and for joining us, but also for participating on the Joy Sports Invitational. If you can hear me, Adolf.
I can hear you.
Yes. What was the experience like for you at Safolda Ventures on Saturday?
You keep improving time and again and again. And this time around was okay. But just that, as just discussed, everybody wanted to play football, and since there are 2 men that you couldn't even manage. Now we saw what was happening, so we have to cooperate in all aspects. Because with my team like this, we warm up after 10 minutes, and we are just playing 10 minutes. What happens to us? We lose. That's why we lost.
Yeah, so maybe the next time we'd have to rejig the warm-up such that within the opening 5 minutes we're already in rhythm, that we can score more of the goals.
I don't think so. I made a suggestion that day that you have other specialized parts at Lagos. So I think with the football, we need to go and play qualified series outside the mainstream game area. Then we'll come up with a lot of big things to the main stadium to play. I think that will help because the satellite pitches are about 2 or 3 kilometers away. That can be played on, so that people can enjoy and come back, and then and the feeling will be, spread among everywhere in the city. That people will know that just for the person is being felt.
That's a brilliant idea. We will take that into consideration for the subsequent ones because we do expect the numbers will get even bigger as the years go by. But for Safolda Ventures, what would you say you got from participating in the Joy Sports Invitational? I mean, I saw some sales reps from other companies, networking and building contacts and all of that. In your specific case, what did Safolda gain from the association with the Joy Sports Invitational?
It's been giving us a little bit of time and again. We had a interaction with them. Other CEOs of various companies. It was very, very fruitful. And I think it's not just sports, but our networking at work, as you just spoke earlier on. And I think it was good. And then next year, I wasn't too good. I was under the weather that day. That's why I lost the CEO penalty.
Adolf, are you sure?
Yes.
You were not feeling good.
I wasn't feeling.
But you never told any of us. This one, it looks like.
I didn't tell you. I don't have to tell you to demoralize my faith.
I hear you. But there are some who are wondering, just in case they have not been listening to us and are unaware of what Safolda Ventures are into. In a minute, tell me all about your business and why people should do business with you.
We are into straightforwarding in logistics. When we say logistics, it comprises haulage, warehouse, straightforward and everything. So, in 1 minute, as you just said, we are into logistics.
Fantastic. And I'm sure from here on, if you have any logistics freight needs, Safolda Ventures is the one-stop shop that you go to. Just before you go, though, given everything that you've said and the experience that you've had, would you come back next year?
I'm coming back like a guy.
Charlie, slow down.
Because joy is joy.
Yeah, we are joy, but I would advise you go and train, So come back, but I would advise you go and train. When we come and see the way you are training, we will do the report and actually warn your competitors on your behalf. But if you start dishing out warnings around this time, some way.
I started training the next Sunday.
Hey.
I started training the next Sunday because next time I'm making sure I win more trophies than Piwa did. So expect me next year with full vim. Both the German and everything. Then again, too, the traditional people came there to come and stop it. They shouldn't have done that before from the German team. But we will work on that one next year. Okay.
We definitely will. We definitely will. I hear you are Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer.
I changed my name from Drogba to Cole Palmer. So, you see, whenever I was placing the ball, the ball moved. I should have played the ball well again. It moved, and I thought I was getting an advantage. But no, sir, I lost.
No wala. Next year we go there.
Thank you.
Piwak, 4 gold medals. You said you are going to beat them. We won't forget. We'll keep this recording for next year.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Adolfo J. He's the Chief Executive of Saffolder Ventures. Let's now hear from Peter van der Poel. He is the Chief Executive of the La Community Bank. We saw their opening game. Peter, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Charlie, the opening game of football that your team played, what happened? Because the performance knew some way.
Muftawu, I mean, I'm surprised. I'm surprised you are mentioning the opening game. We don't know what happened, but we take it like that. It was for fun.
But you see, the coach needs to provide a technical report. By the way, this is Atsu Tamakloe. The coach needs to provide a technical report so you get into the details of why the team did not perform.
It's our first time.
Right.
And we enjoyed the experience.
Right.
You understand it?
Yeah.
Next year, we are coming better. We think that the preparation was not the best. On my part, I failed my coach. And so it's not a problem.
Because some of your boys were saying that the pre-tournament camp budget that they had presented to go to Madrid and have the pre-tournaments there, it looks like you didn't sign off on it, and that's why they didn't do well.
You see, our strategy was in two folds. We came here with our marketing team, and then we came to have fun. So it's a win-win situation for us. The budget was approved. Our stars never came around. And for a 10-minute game, we'll take it like that. Football is supposed to be 45 minutes each half.
Definitely. Hopefully next year, all of your stars are able to align and then we get to see the best of them. But you mentioned that your sales team was also working giddy and that it's a win-win. Share that bit of experience and the main gains that you got from participating in the Joy Sports Invitational with us.
Yeah. In our bank, we have this talk that for whatever we do, we make sure we see one customer. And so we had a few contacts that are making sure that whatever we spend will recoup. And it gives us the belief that next year, when we come, we are going to be new companies and it's going to make sure that we finance new businesses that are going to help the economy of Ghana.
Fantastic. And I'm also very happy that you were able to get some new clients there because that is the essence of the competition, that you don't only come and have fun, but you also, as businesses, get new businesses, clients, as it is in your case. Just before you go, though, any memory that you're taking with you from this year's event, and are you coming back next year?
Definitely, we are coming back next year. Our preparations are starting. And we are not just coming alone. We are coming with some of our sister banks in Greater Accra.
Right.
And I can tell you, you will hear about us. Whatever we do, we pride ourselves that we are the community bank that is in Greater Accra, in the center of the capital. And so we will make sure we pull everybody along. So we are coming. We have made sure next year and for the next 3 years in our start plan, we are going to provide a budget for this year. And we promise that we won't come and just participate and have fun. We are going to win because now we see we see the strategy and we are going to win.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. That was Peter van der Poel, the Chief Executive of the La Community Bank. And I like his testimony, right? He says the sales team managed to secure a number of clients. Because of that, they are coming back next year. And next year when they are coming, he says they are bringing other sister banks. Yes. Siju, that's wonderful news for us.
No, absolutely. I'm not surprised. I told you to get ready for over 70 companies next year. On the back of the experience they've had, they are going to tell a lot more of their partners, their sister companies, and then you have a handful next year.
Yeah. Let's do one more, and talk to the Chief Executive of Premier Health Insurance. His name is Percy Crow. I didn't get to meet him on Saturday, but Charlie, it looks like the CEO's penalty shootout. No, Percy, it didn't go well. What happened?
Thank you very much.
I asked you a question. You didn't laugh.
Before I comment, let me say thank you to Joy FM and then the entire team. It was a fantastic program, and we really appreciate it.
Yeah, we thank you also. But what happened? Before you say anything else, what happened in the penalty
I was
shootout?
affected a little bit because I was not motivated. My motivation was to meet your CEO. Unfortunately, because of me, he did not come. So I was demotivated and I was able to get only 2 tickets. And next year, please tell Ken and San to come so that I can get all my 5 shots in.
So if you can answer the reason you could not convert the spot kicks.
Yes, because he was the main person that I was coming.
How can you tell me
but
this?
But when
story?
he did not come, unfortunately, I was not motivated enough.
But your team
to get everything in.
Yeah, but your team did quite well in the other disciplines that they participated in. You had a 360 view of the entire disciplines that your team participated in. What was the experience like for you at Premier Health Insurance?
You see, we were very happy with the organization and then all the programs. I must say that it gave us an opportunity to at least exercise, meet people we have met for a very long time. It was a very good experience when we were networking. We were able to meet some companies that we are going to follow up. After the games, we really trained. But in fact, I must say that this year, in our recruitment policy, we will add people who can also play football and then play table tennis and other games.
Fantastic. Joy Sports Invitational is now forcing companies to amend their HR policies, Yes, that's that's the narrative from the side of Premier Health Insurance. I was going to ask you what the gains were, but you've already said you've secured some businesses that you are going to follow up. Charlie, it looks like all of the business that came there, they didn't come there to play at all. They had one eye on the money, and I'm very happy for
no, obviously, those who came were very smart businessmen. Yeah. You are coming to meet other corporate entities. So, of course, that is where you network. Exactly. That is where you sell what you sell to them. That is where you buy what they sell to you as well. So, I'm not surprised at all. These are CEOs. They've been running this business for a long time. So, they know whenever there's a gathering, it's a massive opportunity of selling. So, I'm happy they took the opportunity.
Percy, before you go, though, are you coming back next year? And what are you looking out for in the year ahead?
Yeah, certainly, Atsu, we have already registered for next year. And next year we will take not less than 3 trophies. So please expect us. But I want you to inform Ken to come next year. He shouldn't be afraid of me.
No, but I see, Percy, next year we won't accept this excuse that you are giving. Because Ken, he will come. He will be there. But at the time you are effecting your sport kicks, he may not be there with you.
I must say that the penalty kicks, it's not as easy as that. Don't underrate it.
It's not as easy, eh?
Before I came that morning, I tried myself. I shot 20 kicks and I scored only 1.
1 out of 20?
Yes, it's not easy.
All right, Percy, we do hope that you are able to improve your conversion rate here between now.
I will start training now.
Yeah.
By next year, I will get all the 5.
Yeah, and we wish you all the best and hope that you're able to close all of those business leads that you got at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium. And that, for me, is perhaps the single most important bit for all the companies that came there on Saturday. It looks like everyone got something away. From the insurance brokers, the bankers, and all of that. So, Percy, thank you very much. And
you're welcome, Atsu.
We'll speak to you in due course. Now, Sawe Nano, their chief executive is Simon Sawe. He is joining us on the line. I would love to hear what he has to say about their performance in the football competition and then for swimming as well. Simon, are you on the line?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes. First of all, what was the experience like for you from Saturday?
Yeah, it was a time to reminiscence our young days when we were playing a lot of football, and especially playing the football with great CEOs like McDonald and Co. Was another level for me.
Fantastic. Now, tell us what happened in the CEO's penalty shootout, because you guys said a lot, big talk before Saturday, but when the sport kick started, the performance did not match the words that had been said before Saturday.
Okay, so football is all about warm up,
right?
And so we warmed up for the event on the right day, and it was postponed due to the issues, the disaster that happened to the country.
Yeah.
So, we relaxed and we thought that, we're not training enough. So that's the thing. So the warm up to the game, it died in a way. So far as I understand. So we can promise you that next year, we'll get things done properly.
Don't worry. As for this year, you give me all the excuses that you can. Percy was also saying that because my CEO was not there to watch him take the sports kicks was the reason he was missing. No wahala. Next, you have a whole year to perfect the arts.
Yes.
You have a whole year, so no problem. But talk to us on the business side as well. The reviews have been wonderful. On the side of Sawe Nano and Sons, what for you were the main takeaways? What did you benefit? What benefit did you gain from participating in the Joy Sports Invitational?
Okay. So last year we were there, and it was a great opportunity. We networked. It worked for us. We got people buying our estate through just through the invitation.
I see.
The participation that we did.
Then you see, you should have brought commission for the first sales that you made.
Yes.
You saw the real estate without telling us.
We got some good businesses from the people calling us and all that. So it was a great opportunity for us. So it's a program that we'll continue to participate in.
Charlie, I love this testimony because last year's participation, they got contacts that when they followed up, those contacts bought properties and estates from them.
Yeah.
So this year, they have also gained other contacts that they are.
And when they follow up, they will sell more properties.
Simon, when you didn't tell me this one.
Simon, as for this one, you see this one. After you make the first 5 sales, call my CEO, call Kenansa. Actually, if you are not the
so
you can be there
already. We are in together.
That's very good. That's very good. So, are you coming back next year?
Yeah, sure. Next year we'll be there. We'll put our things together. I think that now we are adding it as a major program that we want to participate in. Therefore, we start planning from yesterday. And so we are going to be there, and this time around we will be aiming to winning all the things that will be on the floor. Thank you very much.
Simon, thank you very much too for joining us on Game Plan this afternoon. That was Simon Sawe, the Chief Executive of Sawe Nano and Sons Company Limited. One of the numerous companies that join us at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium on Saturday for the Joy Sports Invitational. Charlie, you people, you slack, because from all of the testimonies that I'm hearing and all the accounts, people were making serious money. In fact, people had made serious money from last year's participation, and based on that, they came back to come and secure the next block.
To cash out.
Yeah, the next block. But Felix, you were talking about your experience. If we can wrap up in the next 5 minutes.
I was saying that I was quite impressed, especially with how well behaved the guys who played the football were, especially when at a point we had to change the rules because we had so many teams, and at a point we had to go straight to penalty shootout to determine which teams qualify into the next stage. And I also love the fact that they also gave us good feedback, you know, what we needed to do. And I think one of the CEO called into the show saying that with the football, you need to play qualifiers or maybe start from somewhere before the main day. But I must say that I was quite impressed. And I must say this, I also love the fact that at a point, Adansi Travels, they were supposed to play their game against Magdan. They came in very late, and then Magdan said, you know what, because per the rules, if you don't come and the next game after yours get done, you are still not available,
you are declared a loser.
You are declared a loser. But when Adansi came back later, Magdan said, you know what, we can give you a rematch, but we go into that game with a 1-0 scoreline. And then they said, let's go in and play, but they couldn't equalize, and then Magdan went on, but they lost in the semi-final. So quite happy that I was able to, you know, help with the organization. But kudos to everybody involved. I think this was professionally organized, especially with how, you know, everything went and how well behaved and well organized it was. And I can't wait to be part again next year.
Brilliant. And I, for one, love the Olympic feel to it, that everything happens in one zone, right? From swimming, basketball, volleyball, table tennis, lawn tennis, the football competition itself, the track and field events, the esports as well, and all of that. Look, one of the things that I think gets better patronage than even football was the swimming and esports. And the personalities who came for the chess competition, I was surprised.
No, it's a chess there. Why are you surprised?
No.
Chess.
You see,
chess, they say a high grade.
No, but Sicho, it's one thing to pass through. But this year and last year, they came to sit.
I'm saying that chess, a high grade.
Yeah, I get you, but I'm saying that usually in the other places where I've seen these competitions, they will just come pass through an hour or two, then bounce.
This is Joy Sports Invitation. It says, listen to the name again. Let me repeat it. Maybe it's not clear. This is Joy Sports Invitational. So you know those you are coming to meet. So if you're a big boy and your hobby is playing chess, some of the best places you can ever be in the whole year. Listen, the whole year. One of the best places you can ever be to meet your peers who love the sports in chess.
Especially when one of the ones playing could be your client. You have to wait.
You know, so I can understand. I can appreciate why the top dons would come, because there are over 50 corporate groups meeting in one place. The likelihood that you have at least 10 of them being top officials who love chess is high. And that's enough reason for you who love chess to come around and play. You know, so it's look. The invitational tournament was, and all of them have said it. They've been there, and we love as you said, the feedback. You know, and even on the ground, some people were suggesting things that we were taking on board as we were moving. We love all of that, and so it can only get better. And the point is that we will grow together with them.
Exactly.
We will grow together with them. So we take all their feedbacks on board.
I don't want to mention some of the politicians and leave out some. My memory is terrible. I won't remember all of them who came. You see, it is easier to, especially those in government, because they have portfolios now, it's easier to say minister for this and mention their name. And then if you don't remember those in opposition or those who are not part of NDC and MPP, and it looks like
some way
to all of our politician friends, we thank them.
But special guest day for mentioning
chief of staff.
The chief of staff. Special guest.
I like the punctuality.
But the guy stayed for a long time. He stayed until CEO's penalty was over.
He left almost around 4.
He came some few minutes after 8 a.m.
Yes.
No, 7. He came around 7.
7, yes.
He got there around, the time I set my eyes on him was 7:11.
So he probably
when he
came earlier.
arrived for the walk. That was the time you shook the hand with him. You forgot him.
One of
But you
the
see, but
So have you washed your hands yet?
see,
After
they came earlier.
Yeah.
So the security team got there around 6.
Oh, but that one
Came to do a
is-
sweep.
That one is a normal.
Yeah, no, but
procedure.
even
So
him, he came before.
He had 2 cars arrive first. Let me not reveal so much of the security details.
But
he
they
had-
got there before.
Yes.
They got there around 6.
Oh yeah,
Then
even
he
the
came-
route, the
yeah.
route for the walk.
Yeah.
They were
Oh,
security.
they were Sunday. Yeah,
Because
that's
But
Sunday.
he
gave
came
them-
before you spotted him.
I gave them the route the day before the event because they had asked for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had to give them the route for them to know where they were going to pass and all.
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So security for him was on point. So when they got the route, they asked people to come. 2 cars came first. And if you saw those cars, if anyone had told you that, oh, the chief of staff in cars and all that, you go look this guy and say no. But they were security people.
Yeah.
They had to come and ensure that the grounds were okay before they gave the approval for him to walk in. And then he walked in, and then we had a very
Fantastic.
beautiful
And
event.
from
Yeah.
you, it was really beautiful seeing members of different sides of the political divide mixing together like that. On Saturday, you wouldn't tell NPP apart from NDC. I
that's
mean,
true.
they were mingling.
But
they
there
were
are a few
having
people
fun.
that we should look out. The likes of Kabuna, who were there.
Yeah.
Director General of the National Sports Authority, he was there. Jan Bofankra
Yeah.
was there. KOD, who is the presidential advisor for diaspora affairs, was also there as well. There were so many people. I saw the
I saw some movie actors.
yes, who was also there. And in fact,
So-
the son of the chief of staff was there.
Yeah. So I didn't want to do the names because you end up leaving out some names.
Yeah,
And
that's
some
true.
people will feel left
That's
out.
All protocol duly observed.
Let's move the conversation on. But look, one final thank you to everyone. We could not have done this without you. To the officials, especially for the teams who comported themselves, and to you who didn't need to be there because your company wasn't competing, but you came and Joy Sports and the multimedia group expresses its sincerest appreciation to all of
The
you.
guys who gave me the yogurt.
Yeah.
It cost trouble for my house.
You got.
For
Yeah,
supply me,
Embigo
for
Ghana.
supply me.
If you go Ghana,
Charlie, once you finish it, I tap the right side. No way, I open one.
Charlie,
I drink up
Refill.
like water.
But actually, kudos to Yao Sechi as well.
Yeah.
Yao Sechi. Look, Yao was with us in the morning. Yeah. He came to check on us if we had breakfast, and then later he said we should come.
Yeah,
we
he invited me to the place. His
we
restaurant.
couldn't
I
go.
make
His
it.
came
so
to invite
Delish
you
has
to-
a joint close to the pool.
The pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's at the pool side.
Close to the pool. So he came to check on us. We couldn't go because Charlie Ayeshi. Then later, when we closed, he called again to ask Benaya if we had left or we
We were still
were
there.
still there, and then we had to go and see him. So Yasechi, look, Yasechi is a brother's
He's
brother.
a big brother.
He's a
big
brother's brother, and
He'll call and advise you, he'll call and encourage you,
Exactly.
he'll
He'll
meet you,
feed you after.
Charlie,
Yeah.
Charlie, free consultancy, and
Yeah,
after that,
yeah,
free
yeah,
free item 13 too. So
I
Yasechi.
know you've already thanked Felix and Sitio, but let me just add my
When they be
own.
emotional.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Or any
No,
trust.
no, relax.
See.
No, Sitio, listen, the
See.
two of you, I must confess that you did something that was quite incredible. It's actually one of a kind. I remember, I mentioned it on television the other day. It is rare to have people you've come to see as brothers who will show up
And show out.
and own the event. You basically own the event. Felix was there like from 5 a.m. I saw him when he arrived. You got him because you had mentioned to me that you had some early morning rounds that you were going to do. And when you came, you basically owned the event. And I cannot thank you enough. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Welcome.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
appreciate
Yeah.
your family. Thank you. Thank you so much.
After the show, I have some pure water over there for. Look, Game Plan is probably brought to you by Petrosol Platinum Energy, energizing dreams, and Betway. Get way more. In a moment, we'll be looking into the Black Stars squad list of players that have been invited for the World Cup qualifiers against Chad and Mali. But look, you need to get ready for a night of powerful worship and divine encounters on Saturday, August 31st. The anointed Perez Music. He's inviting you to the much anticipated glorified concerts, and trust us, this is one you don't want to miss. And so you need to join him live on stage because the legendary Daughters of Glorious Jesus with spirit-filled guest ministrations from Joyway Incorporated and Joyful Way, I think, Joyful Way Incorporated, and Edem the Evangelist are all going to be there at the Victory Bible Church International Headquarters, Dominion Sanctuary inside Awoshi, Barnyard. Charlie, when I first came to Accra, I had some friend who used to mention the name as Barnyard. It was later that someone had to correct me and tell me the name is Barnyard. So it's happening inside Awoshi Barnyard at 4 p.m.
Bro, we want the Barnyard like that.
You want the Barnyard?
Why are you vocalizing that thing?
One the way they make see Ghana here.
Yeah.
Every stop, the official pronunciation is with the mates, not you.
Not.
If the mate says it's Barnyard, it's Barnyard.
It's Barnyard. That's how.
Charlie,
Why you correct that thing?
the last time Natino was trying to tell me that car price.
Yeah.
Car price that we have. He
Car
said
price,
the
car
name
price.
is Caprice.
Yeah, do the chomo. Don't take trust. In fact,
Go tell the mate say Ubesi
Caprice.
You know what happened?
Yeah.
It be Neil and Van der Poel.
Yeah.
That time the GVC. He go mention car price. When they talk about the thing be Caprice. He had to go and learn how to pronounce the word before they put him back on radio.
No, you see, when you are behind the microphone, you can do that thing.
Caprice and see.
When you are behind the microphone, you can ruffleize it and say Caprice.
Yeah.
When you sit in that trusty,
you thought they
try it. So look, this is happening at 4 p.m. at the Victory Bible Church International Headquarters, Dominion Sanctuary, and it's absolutely free. So you don't need to pay any entrance fee. Just come there with your friends and family as we exalt the King of Kings in an atmosphere charged with glory. If you want to support, you can call us on 059 709 9700. 059 709 9700 or 055 711 6607. 055 711 6607. Come, let's glorify God for his long and kindness. Now, it's time to get rewarded as the next big sports betting influencer with Betway. What you need to do is to place bets and share your codes with your friends, fans, and followers. Now, if they place bets using your code, you'll earn 4% of their wager. It doesn't matter if it's a win or loss. If they bet, you earn cash. And the more people that bet with your code, the more you'll earn. And to start betting, sharing, and winning with Bet Influencer exclusive to Betway. Terms and conditions apply. This is regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet the responsible way. Betway, get way more. Sishu, Otuado says of the Ghanaian players on the planet,
Yep.
these that I'm about to mention, the goalkeepers, Lawrence Atizigi, Joseph Annan, and Benjamin Asari. The defenders, Gideon Mensah, Derek Arthur-Con, Mohamed Salisu, Jerome Opoku, Alexander Jiku, Jonas Ajete, Tariq Lamte, Caleb Yurinchi. The midfielders are Elisha Usu, Mohamed Kudus, Ibrahim Osman, Ibrahim Suleimana, Thomas Partey, and Abdul Salis Samed. The forwards are Antoine Semenyo, Kamaldeen Suleimana, Joseph Paintel, Jerry Efriye, Jordan Ayew, Christopher Bonsuba, and Inaki Williams. Fair squad?
Fair. To be fair, again, when Otto has named his players since he took the helm, especially in the second coming, there hasn't really been problems with the squad.
Yeah.
It's basically I mean, I think the one time that many people raised eyebrows was, I think, ahead of the World Cup. You know, when he said pencil, it's not all about goals, all of that. But since he came back, a lot of the call-ups that he's done, it's been fair. You look at the team, and you can have an opinion about what if this player was there, but it's not like terrible that a player is so much in form and the player is not here.
Yeah.
And whichever player you think should have been in the squad, there can be a fair, objective arguments about why. I mean, I personally would have thought that a player like Benjamin Tete could have been invited into the fold. But when you look at the last year or a year and a half or 2 years, he's not really been involved with the Black Stars. Otto wants to keep a close squad, a squad that has already have their bonding going, players that he's worked with for a while now. He wants some continuity. So yeah, I think the squad is fair. I think it's good enough to do the job over the two games, or two crucial games that are coming up. The more important, significant one will be Mali. And then, I think the squad is fair.
There are also, before I move on to Felix, some notable absentees and returnees as well. So Ibrahim Osman returns to the team for the first time in 11 months. Joseph Paintel as well for the first time in 11 months. Tariq Lamte is another surprise addition, returns after 10 months of missing the Black Stars. And then for the absentees, Fatawu, I think that's expected. Seydou Alidu as well, both just returning from injury. But Thomas Brandon Asante is a surprise omission. What's the arguments for and against these ones?
I mean, we mentioned Fatawu and the right back
Seydou Alidu.
Seydou Alidu, we can understand. They just came back from ACL.
Yeah.
They are now beginning to play with their clubs. You want to give them that period. And these are players the manager knows so well. Yeah. They are not auditioning. If they are fit and they are good, the manager knows what he can get from them. Yeah. So it's just fair and reasonable that the national team allows them to keep blending with their teams, especially when you've got capable players in their positions, because now there's Yurenchi, who can be a very, very good player in place of Alidu Seydou. There's Tariq Lamptey now that is called back into the squad after his injury. You're also looking at Christopher Bonsuba, who was brilliant on his debut for the Black Stars. Yeah. Mohamed Kudus can do a job there. You've got Simon. So the team can find. They are not players that if they don't come for these round of games, Ghana is going to struggle. Of course, you want them if they are around, but you can also excuse them. I think that the one player that you mentioned amongst these players that I think would have been more fair that a player gets into this team would be Thomas Bernard Asante, because I think he's had a very strong start to the season. He's a very powerful player. He plays in multiple positions across the front line. Even when it comes off the bench, he can be a problem for defender because of how sharp, how direct he can be. So I don't know why he didn't get a call up. I don't know why he's not been necessarily called over a player like Jerry Efree. I understand what the national team wants to do. They almost always want to have, one of those junior players from the youth teams, growing in the senior national team for experience. But I think that was kind of unfair to Thomas Asante. That's not to say the team can't do the job without him. I just thought he started a decent start to the season that deserved the place in the squad.
Right. Felix, any issues with the squad?
Not at all. I think the past few call-outs by Otuado has been good. Just that the team has its own peculiar issues, which for me we still haven't been able to address. In terms of goalkeeping, I don't think we've been able to sort out our goalkeeping situation. I love the fact that Benjamin Asari is still there. At least we have one local-based player in there. I also love the fact that he plays for my club, Accra Atsu. Hopefully, he still get opportunity to get into the World Cup squad proper if Ghana should qualify, because financially it means that Atsu get some few cash from FIFA. Mm-hmm. My major problem will be the fact that we are coming into a very huge game or games with two defensive or centre backs that haven't been playing in recent times. In terms of Salisu Mohammed and then Alexander Jiku, the season have started in their respective leagues in Turkey and in the French Ligue 1, but they've not been playing. I don't think they've even been part of the squad, especially for Mohamed Salisu. I've heard rumors of Sunderland trying to poach him on transfer deadline day. I hope he goes, because it means that he might be able to get some playing time. So if you don't have your two central defenders playing consistent football, it is something that becomes a worry for me, and that is where my problem is. But then again, you look around both locally and internationally, who then comes in to at least replace one of them or maybe both, and it's like these are the only choices that we have. I see the squad also, and I don't think we have ball progressors in midfield, somebody that can progress the ball that well, and that's something that is worrying. But you pick what is available, and I think that is exactly what Otuado has done. As for Fatawu Isaaku and Salisu Alidu, you know very well that they are coming back from injury. And for players that have suffered ACL, Ashtotef are one particular pitch or field you really don't want them to step into. And I think that might have informed the decision why they weren't called, or probably to also give them some more game time with their club before you draft them back into the national team. But I believe that against Chad, we should be able to use this squad to get the maximum point. And when we play Mali in Ghana, it should be a game where we also get the deserved point. So for me, I'm okay with the squad. It's up to coach now to make the best use of the squad that he has called up.
So as we speak, and what you said about Salisu is an interesting point, and his size and the way he plays means that he has to be active all the time. All right, he's not one of those players who can stay on the bench and walk into a team and be able to generate match rhythm and momentum. do you start against Chad? All other things being equal, no one gets injured, everyone trains very well in the days leading up to that game. What's your preferred centre-back pairing?
I'll go with Salisu and Alexander Jiku because the two have played together for a very, very long time in the Blasters. In as much as they are not getting much time at their club level, they've been together for some time in the national team. So I don't want to change or distract that understanding between the centre pair, because it is very, very important that particular area of your defense there is understanding and consistency, and that is the reason why I'll keep those two in the central defense.
One player whose situation breaks my heart is Abdul Mumin. I don't know if he needs to change his fitness regime, because even for the recent Conference League qualification that they played, Rayo Vallecano played against Neman Grodno, he had to miss it because of another injury that he had picked up.
I talk same for what's the name? Lamte.
Tariq Lamte.
No, the guy at Anderlecht.
Ashimeru Maji.
Ashimeru, yes, Ashimeru. It's also been. I think when you talk about progressors of the ball, if Ashimeru had been very fit for a couple of years, I don't think anybody in this current squad would battle against him for that particular position.
I'll come to you, Sicho, on what your defensive pick will be, given the peculiar situation of our central defenders. But in every community, the skyline is dotted with uncompleted buildings. Some of them are at the foundation, others at lintel or roofing level. Each tells a unique story, a dream, a home in the making, because home ownership remains one of humanity's greatest desires. So wherever you are on this journey, whether you are breaking ground, building up, or simply furnishing your space, the Joy News EcoBank Habitat Fair is designed with you in mind. And that's why next month on September 12, that day falls on a Friday through to September 14, the Good Park near Accra Mall, you need to join us for the Joy News EcoBank Habitat Fair Third Clinic 2025, because it's important that we turn your home ownership dream into a lived reality. The EcoBank Joy News Habitat Fair is powered by EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank, with support from Virtual Security Africa, Security for All, Safety and Home Solutions. You think of a door, we have it. Superlock Technologies Limited, you deserve the best. DPS Pipes, connecting you to life. Elegant Homes and General Construction Limited, where quality meets value. Gold Key Properties, transforming the landscape. And you need to experience the dynamic future of technology with the Joy News live coverage of the Pan-African AI Summit, powered by Ghana's Ministry of Communication, Digital Technology and Innovation, Fidelity Bank, and the Bank of Ghana. It's happening on September 23rd through to 24th at the prestigious newly rebranded Palms by Eagles Airport City, Accra. And this is the inaugural summit, and it's going to explore AI's role in driving innovation, employment, and economic growth in Ghana and across Africa. You're going to have insights from keynote speakers, including Ghana's Minister for Communication, Digital Technology and Innovation, Morocco's former Communication and Digital Technology Minister, leading AI experts from IBM and Google, Bank of Ghana, and consulting thought leaders Deloitte. You need to register. Do that on panafricansummit.com, panafricanAIsummit.com, panafricanAIsummit.com. Sisho, do you share Felix's concerns about the issues at centre back and the lack of game time our first choice players are not getting?
No, yeah, obviously you want them to be sharp, you want them to be ready. Against in the game against Charge, for instance, if the manager is certain in his mind that his best two centre backs at the moment would be Jiku and Mohamed Salisu, I think he'll play them against Chad, because he doesn't expect that they do a lot of defensive work. So they'll get minutes under their belts in that game against Chad to get them ready for the big one in Accra when they play against Mali. So I can understand if the manager goes with those two. I'm also looking at Jerome Opoku, because when he's had his cameo appearances, he's not looked out of place at all. He's looked like he's a real one as well. So the manager could really consider trusting Jerome Opoku alongside maybe Alexander Jiku. But the game against Chad, where you are not expecting that Chad will maybe get proper counter-attacking situation or get in behind our back line, so you don't require a lot of recovery pace, you can trust Mohamed Salisu. It's when you play against a team that can be very fast, a team that can break quickly, a team that can get in behind you, that you worry about that partnership. You're wondering if Mohamed Salisu or Jerome Opoku could be the one to partner Alexander Jiku. I think Jiku starts. The question would be who partners him. Is it going to be Opoku or is it going to be Mohamed Salisu? Yeah, so that's what I think the manager's head would be.
All right.
Actually, to add up to what he chose, if you watch at Otuado, when he plays away, he go with a 3-back. So I won't be surprised if you go with what Sitsofe is saying. Probably Jiku, Salisu, and then Jerome Opoku in that back three, and that is exactly.
I won't forgive Otto if against Chad he's playing 3 defenders. Why be Amorim?
No, but he wants to
play 3-5. He's playing 5 defenders. Are you Amorim?
Gideon Mensah.
Are you Amorim?
No, you're playing away from home. Probably wants to go that way.
It's respectfully Chad,
because we did that against Mozambique away. We did that against Mali.
But those were periods where the team was a bit shaky.
Chad, bro, Chad. Chad.
We are Ghana.
He don't know.
Look, it's time to get rewarded as the next big sports betting influencer with Betway. So place your bet and share your codes with friends, fans, and followers. Because if they place bets using your code, you will earn 4% of their wager. And this is not conditional. It doesn't matter if it's a win or loss. If they bet, you earn cash. And the more people that bet with your code, the more you'll earn. And so start betting, sharing, and winning with Bet Influencer exclusive to Betway. Terms and conditions apply. This is regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bets the responsible way. Betway, get way more. Now, the 2025 Asempa Walk with the Stars is promising a lot of excitement. It's a half-day wellness, networking, and fun event that assembles your favorite Asempa, Adum FM, and Adum TV presenters, sports, political, entertainment, comedic, and acting personalities from 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. on Saturday, September 13. Now, starting with a 5-kilometer walk from Asempa through Accra, ending the ATTC Park, aerobics, board games, health screening, as well as many fun activities and some prizes at the end of it for you to win, with some healthy food courts to satisfy your hunger at the end of it all. Mark the dates on your calendar, Saturday, September 13. And so prep your walking gear, your sweat headbands, talk up your walking partners and family, and let's meet at the Asempa FM Walk with the Stars. The Asempa FM 2025 Walk with the Stars, bringing health to the family. This is sponsored by Ayuda App Bako Services Bebre, Franco Trading Enterprise, Phone Papa Power Fee, Bedima for Herbal Clinic, or Yarefo Udima for Neha, Angel Rock Mixture Obutentin, and Sinomi Instant Noodles. Try it, love it. The Showbiz Roundtable returns with the 7th edition, and I'll be telling you all about that in a moment. But for now, we need to take a breather. When we return, Game Plan continues.
A mysterious bag, huge sum of money, a gun, a charm, all in one compound house. Tenants who are involved in fraudulent activities and a caring mother. Sika Bottle, a new epic drama series on Akwaba Magic, DSTV channel 150 and GoTV channel 102, premiering 23rd July at 8:30 p.m. Get your DSTV decoder at 89 Ghana cedis and GoTV decoder at 399 Ghana cedis today. Akwaba Magic, Ghana's most loved storyteller.
The winning season is back, but this time I am collecting the wins like jollof at a wedding. The luckiest season 3 is here. Your chance to flip your luck or maybe your bank accounts too.
2 easy ways to join. Dial *712#. Hit 1 to buy for you or 2 to gift a friend. Feeling lucky? Pick 1 for a random number or hit 2 to choose your own. Pay with mobile money. Done. You're in.
Or go to theluckiestafrica.com, click community tickets, choose your number or let the system do so for you. You can buy a ticket for your boo or your favorite barber. Pay with Momo or card if you're abroad.
1 ticket could turn your 1 Ghana cedi into 500 times more, and the whole community could win 10 times over.
Dial *712# or log on.
Let's get lucky together, because luck is everywhere.
Each week, the media landscape is filled with political rhetoric, but the time for truth is now. On Prime Insight, The Veil comes off will dissect the biggest political stories of the week. No half-truths, no distortions, just facts, context, and fearless conversations. This is not just another talk shop. This is the battleground for ideas. Join me, Letters guys. We demand accountability together. Prime Insight is on Joy Prime every Saturday. Ghana's politics unfiltered.
Make a date every Saturday, 7 a.m. on Joy Prime.
Ghana, are you ready for something spectacular? The stars are coming. Saturday, 30th September 2025. It is Stars and Perfect Walk with the Stars. Come walk side by side with your favorite actors, musicians, sports and media personalities as we promote healthy living, fitness and fun. Date is 30th September 2025. Starting point is the forecourt of multimedia, Koranteng at 6 a.m. and finish at the ATTC School Park. Lace up your sneakers and join the biggest fitness walk of the year. There will be good music, dance, aerobics, house screening, and unforgettable moments with our stars. Participation is absolutely free. Just bring your energy, your smile, and your walking shoes. Awesome Perfect Walk with the Stars. Sponsors: Ayuda App, Bako, Services Bebre, Franco Trading Enterprise, Phone Papa Fee, Dima for Bar Clinic, Oyare for Dima for Newa, Angel Rock Mixture, Abutan Team, Sinomi Instant Noodles. Try it, love it. See you on the 13th of September.
The Grace Effect with Effie Grace, a live recording concert. Date 31st August 2025. Venue Destiny Arena at the Makers House Chapel International, Hatcher Road, adjacent Graduate School of Allied Sciences, Accra. Time 4 p.m. Guest artists all the way from the USA. Grammy and multiple award winner, the ever anointed Jacqueline Carr, and from Ghana, the creme de la creme. Joe Metal, Pastor Isaiah of Fosukwache, Sissy Troom, Kwekute, Lord Dina the Soprano, Team Eternity, and other supporting acts. What are you waiting for? Grab your tickets now. Students, 100 Ghana cedis. Standard, 150 Ghana cedis. VIP, 300 Ghana cedis. VVIP, 500 Ghana cedis. Family of 5, 650 Ghana cedis only. Scan QR code to get your tickets. Ticket short codes, *928, *428, #. Event code TGE. It's the Grace Effect with Ghana's songbird, Effie Grace. Sponsors: Prefos Limited, Tang Palace, Juni Ghana Limited, Vexels, USSD Connect, Firewolf Bouncers. Media partners: Adum TV, Joy FM, Joy News, Asempa FM, Adum FM. Come experience true grace.
Thank you for staying with us. This is Game Plan on Joy 99.7 FM. My name is Victor Atsu Tamakloe. In the first hour or so of the show, we've expressed our appreciation to our partners and to the officials and everyone who helped us pull off the 2025 Joy Sports Invitational. I won't get tired of thanking them. Then we had a conversation about the Black Stars of Ghana and the list of players Otuado announced for the World Cup qualifiers against Chad and Mali. With that out of the way, let's talk about the elephant in the room and the madness that happened on Wednesday night. Manchester United took on League 2 Grimsby Town and lost. It is the first round of the League Cup. Now, third round of the League Cup. Now, when we say League 2 is the fourth tier in the English football chain. So, you see the way in Ghana we have Ghana Premier League, then we have Division 1, then we have Division 2, then we have Division 3. The Division 3 is the regional leagues. No, that is Colts football. So what happened on Wednesday is the equivalent of Hasofoko or Asante Kotoko losing to one of those regional clubs, one of those Colts football clubs. That is what Manchester United did. Now, to put matters into context, Sicho, since 2020, in the last 5 years, Grimsby Town has spent a total of £117,000 on transfers. That's across, I think, about 15 transfer windows. Manchester United, Casemiro alone in a week earns in excess of £300,000.
So Grimsby has spent how many?
£117,000.
Man United paid £400,000 for Garnacho from Atletico Madrid. So that's enough. Don't go to Casemiro. £400,000 for
he wants to
Garnacho.
use his wages.
No, Casemiro is 1 week. Casemiro is 1 week.
No, so I'm saying that Garnacho was Man United bought a player into the academy
for 400K.
Okay. So that's enough.
Sergio, just how bad is the situation with Ruben Amorim, and should the axe fall after this?
Oh man, the situation that Ruben Amorim is terrible. It really is terrible, and I think a lot. Look. I've been for many people who have said, "Oh, Man United players, they've been there for so long. Every manager comes and is the same." But look, under Ruben Amorim, or even under Eric Ten Hag, it was different, and I will explain why. And even more so under Amorim, and I will explain why.
Okay.
I think this is more of an Amorim problem than Man United players' problem. Because now, if you're saying that the problem is the players, then which players are we talking about? Because only last season, many people were saying players like Sancho, Anthony, Garnacho, Rashford, they are the bad nuts in the club. Ship them off
the
out
bomb
the
squad.
Club. Yeah,
the bomb squad.
If you get players like Bruno who look like they are committed, they are going to be the real Amad Diallo. They are great. They are the guys you have to work with, and let the manager get his players. Before this conversation about Sancho, Rashford, and some others being the bad nuts, right? It was Pogba, Fred, Jesse Lingard.
Yeah.
So the issue was, if you allow Pogba, Jesse Lingard, and these guys to go, the likes of Sancho, Rashford, they are the future. Martial, they are the future. They really can get the job done. And then before Pogba and co, the conversation was all about, Cleverly is not great, it's not good enough. Or all these other players with Rojo, those players are not good enough. Get them out of the club. They are the reason why the club is not progressing. And now today, people are also saying again players. So which players? Because only a few months ago, you were saying the current players who are there
are the future.
They are the guys the coach can work with. The Bruno Fernandes, like the Ugarte. Look, Ugarte, you said Menu was the kind of players they need to stick around the club. Get the rest, they are the chaff. Rashford, Sancho, get them out. Now the conversation is, Ugarte is not good enough. Bruno is not a great leader, and there are several other guys. Menu, get Menu out of the club. Get Garnacho out of the club. And I'm looking at this Man United team, I'm thinking, this team looks like a team that Amorim was happy to work with. Because post preseason, he started talking big.
Yeah.
Then after the game against Arsenal that he lost, this is what he said. We have a Man United manager lost a game against Arsenal at Old Trafford, and this is what he said. We have shown that we can beat any team. That is after the defeat.
Yeah.
I'm not the one. You can look for the post match interview. He said that we have shown that we can beat any team.
Shown it by losing.
And that was he lost gallantly, and he was saying that they had shown that they could beat any team. Then 1 week from that, we saw that dry performance against Fulham. Then into Grimsby. Now here's the thing about Ruben Amorim. Look, I don't care how successful you've been anywhere. In this life, you have to keep proving yourself, because things keep changing. So you have to keep adjusting to the things. It doesn't matter how good I am when I came here last week. It doesn't matter how good I am today on the show when I'm analyzing the issues. But if I'm next 2 weeks, next month, I'm unable to tackle the issues we bring to the program, I'm not fit for purpose.
Yeah.
So everything he did in Sporting Lisbon is dead and buried. He's come to Man United. He's come to a league that has top high quality coaches who are able to read games because they have enough money to spend. Look, some of the coaches sitting on the benches of teams as assistant coaches. They are good enough to coach teams in Sweden, in the Scandinavia, in the Dutch league, in the Sporting Lisbon or what have you. But they are second and third assistants of coaches in the Premier League because they've got cash. Yeah. Now here's the thing: when you're the manager in the Premier League and you are hell bent on one single style of playing, no tweaks, no adjustments, no rotations in the game, nothing in the game, it's impossible that you will thrive in a league like the Premier League. Because after one game, after 2 games, the teams will find you out. Unless the style that you are playing, it is so good and so effective that even though teams know how you play, they are unable to break it because of the superiority of your players or the style. But even that, after a while, teams begin to figure you out. So we saw Jürgen Klopp's press when it came to Liverpool, and it started working. Teams were struggling. But at some point, teams realized that there's a way to break this, and they started causing Liverpool problems. Even Man City felt it. Even City felt it, right? So my point is, when you come into the club and all you know how to do is that 3-back system, it doesn't make any sense. And here's the thing: Man United's biggest problem last season was goal scoring. This season, the club has scored just twice. One from an own goal and one against Grimsby in 3 games. In those 3 games, they've not created enough clear-cut opportunity. People say against Fulham they created enough. I'm saying they created okay, not enough. There were 2 clear-cut chances from Cunha. That is not enough. And then the penalty. That for me is not enough against Fulham. One
was a long ball from the keeper.
Yes. So, and you've brought in Cunha in Mbeumo, you've brought in Sesu. But your attacking play is not looking any different from what we saw last season. And the truth is, for almost every chance they've created this season, it has come down to individual brilliance. It hasn't been a system, a style, a routine. So then it's the problem of coaching. And that's why I think that Amorim has to be flexible. But he has said that he won't change. That is what has served him. He won't change. He will live and die by it. By the looks of things, it looks like he's dying by it. So we'll see how it goes for him. But my point, I don't see how he comes back from this.
Did you watch the pre-match conference?
The post-game conference?
No, the pre-match for this weekend's game.
No, I've not seen that yet. He's saying that sometimes he feels like he wants to leave.
Bro!
Other times he feels like he can stay for 20 years. And I'm saying that is a confused coach. I sometimes think Amorim talks too much, or he tries to be overly unnecessarily honest. There's no reward for being honest with the media as a football coach. The most important thing is to just say the right things and get out of the conference room.
I think it's the lack of maturity and intelligence.
Yeah, I think it's
because maturity helps you to gauge and push back your emotions and let your logic come to the fore. So you speak with nuance. You speak with a lot of clarity and wisdom.
Yeah, and you read the room.
Yes. Then the intelligence allows you to take as much capital away from that situation because you don't give away too much.
Yeah.
You walk away with a bit of damage control. On Wednesday, he sounded like a manager who's going to resign.
Yeah, and on Wednesday, he sounded like a manager who was telling his players, who was telling all of us that his players were not playing for him.
And because so after what you just said, when he said the players have communicated, then he doubles down and says that we have changed everything, but we can't change 22 players. Essentially suggesting that
he wants more players out.
No, that it is the coach who
because
if you say you can't change the players anymore, then the next, because the board and the club is not going to change.
Of course, you can't change 22 players.
Then today he's talking about how he has to. Sometimes it feels like.
Actually, my point is, you've come in this window. You have Mbeumo.
Yeah.
You have Cunha. Dogu was your signing, or came under you at least. You've got Benjamin Sesko. We've seen teams. Last season was a classical example. City were not defending well, but they were scoring a lot of goals. So even if the problem you have is that your midfield is porous, your defense is not good, let us see Man United scoring some number of goals or creating some chances or finding an attacking pattern and balance.
Yeah.
So that we know that your Mbeumo, your Cunha, your Sesko, and the attackers that you have brought in But what is lacking is maybe defense. And like I said, Sitsofe were conceding goals last season, but attacking when they were scoring. So it's possible to have a team that has a terrible defense, not good enough midfield. But when the ball gets into the attack, you can clearly see what they are doing. You defensively some way, midfield some way, attacking wise some way. So the players they bought for you.
What are you doing?
What are you doing with them?
I'll come to you, Felix, in a moment. But the Showbiz Roundtable returns with its 7th edition. This time we'll put in the Ghana Revenue Authority face to face with the creative industry as we find out how Ghana's tax rates are impacting creative businesses. So event organizers, DJs, MCs, artist managers, bloggers, YouTubers, and other creative entrepreneurs all get to ask the hard questions in an open, constructive forum. It's happening on Saturday, September 6th. That's next week, Saturday at 2 p.m. Theme, GRA versus creative, the taxation and the future of Ghana's creative and digital economy. And to drive the conversation, our speakers are going to be Victor Yao Akogo from the GRA, Chief Revenue Officer, Domestic Tax and Revenue Division, and Isaac Kobnamaku, Chief Revenue Officer and Head of the GRA IT Training Center. And Kojo Poku, Vice President of the Events and Meeting Professionals Association of Ghana, Francis Doku, the West Africa Regional Representative of African Tourism Partners, Robert Clark, Head of Public Events and Communications at Charterhouse, and Latif Abubakar, a playwright and Chief Executive of Globe Productions. It's happening live on Joy FM with the simulcast on Joy Prime Television at the same time. The 7th edition of the Showbiz Roundtable is powered by Joy Entertainment. This is our guest, the Spirit of Unity calls, and it's perhaps coincidence that all three of us can respond to this. The chiefs and people of the Anglon Duko warmly invite you to Ohavu, near Abo in the Volta region for the grand launch of the 2025 Hugbachocho Festival under the theme Building Bridges, Common History to a Common Destiny. We come together to celebrate heritage, heal divisions, and forge lasting connections across generations. It's happening at the Ohavu Agricultural College at 1 a.m. right on 30th of August 2025. Come witness tradition in motion, culture, music, and unity like never before. Hugbachocho 2025 begins here. Don't miss it. Have any of you been to Ohavu before? No. Oh, I've been there. Brilliant place. This year I will go. Sicho, Roman, make up your mind. This year we're all going to the Hugbachocho. Yes, it's time to get rewarded as the next big sports betting influencer with Betway Influencer. All you need to do is to share your promo codes with your friends, and you earn a 4% on their wager, right? So whether they win or lose, once they place the bets, you get 4% on their wager. And you need to start betting, sharing, and winning with Bet Influencer. It is exclusive to Betway. Terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet the responsible way. Betway, get way more. Felix, in a minute and a half, sum up your views on the Manchester United situation on Ruben Amorim. Should he be sacked or kept?
I don't think he should be sacked.
Why?
I say this because the series of sacks by United has also resulted in where United is now.
See, just a fun way they talk. You sack coach.
I'm coming.
Chelsea has been built on being ruthless.
Please, we are talking about United.
Okay.
The scenario is different. You look at Louis van Gaal. Mm-hmm. You look at Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Yeah.
Coaching, playing some fantastic football, comes in, it didn't work. Jose Mourinho, a Syria winner, comes in, and with United finishing second, he said this was the best he's ever done. You look at Ten Hag, was quite good with Ajax. He came, things didn't work. Same as Amorim. Actually, I feel that currently Amorim has to take a lot of the blame because he's not tactically flexible, and that is one of the major problems that he's facing. And I also feel that if you look at the entire United team, you have issues that any top-class coach might come in and still suffer. You can't tell me that for a team like United, you look at a midfield of Kobe Mainoo, Casemiro, and Bruno. Actually, every team in the league will run over that United midfield. Every team will do that. It is something you need to solve. But sacking the coach for me, I don't think will be the best option. In as much as we talk
So
about how
I'm
coming, in as much as we talk about how poor the coach is, there probably might be a problem at United that is not also making all these A-listed coaches that have gone through United fail to succeed. I probably think that he might need about 2 windows to fix the problem that
that's all time will permit us, but thank you guys, Sichu and Felix Romack, for joining us on Game Plan today. My name is Victor Tamakloe. Lexus Bill is next. Today I promise you he's going to explain his horrible performance at the Joy Sports Invitational.